Alright, welcome back. This is War 12. We've matched New Nation, and neither one of us need the win to secure our spot for the season. And it doesn't matter if either one of us loses either. The only thing we need to pay attention to is New Nation can't die something like 10 or 11 times, and we can't die 13 times past whatever it is that they die. And neither one of those things are going to happen. So it's pretty much just a formality of a war, just to play it and get through it. And personally, for me, I'm using normal boosts like it's a regular war, as I know some other guys are as well, because we have personal records for the season that we want to maintain. And I'm starting out here on path 9 in section 1. I'm going to be taking this Null with Kingpin. I have not used Kingpin all season, and Null is my arch enemy, and Fur knows this, and I'm pretty sure he was trying to kill me here. But yeah, so my strategy for this fight is I don't want to let him throw a special 1, so I'm going to 4-hit combo and then turtle, push him to a special 2, bait it out of him, and I decided that I was just going to take it on block. I wasn't going to try and dex it, just because it's the last war of the season, and I'm really not worried about having to use a couple potions. So I'm going to knock him down here with my special 1, turtle up, going to go for a reparry, and then finish him off. And here is where the fun begins. So, this Nick Fury here, his AI decides to do some pretty funky stuff in this fight. So, the node itself is Power Focus 1, and my plan was to let him hit my block, bait heavies, because it also has insult to injury on it. And I want to use the flourish buffs to push him to a special 2, so I don't have to deal with him throwing a bunch of special 1s. And right here, I go to do a combo, and after the first hit, he somehow throws a special 1 in the middle of it. That was pretty sweet. I did not expect it either. So here, I'm using my special 2 to try and push him to reset his tactical charges, but it didn't work. It got him to 19. So now I'm trying to bait the special 2 out of him so I can reset his tac charges so I don't have to worry about him being unblockable. Now that he has a special 1, I'm going to 4-hit combo and turtle up, and he decides to throw a special 1 into my block, an unblockable special 1 to boot. So pushed him into second life here. I need to build up some more flourish buffs because he purifies everything when he goes into second life, and I want to try to push him to a special 2. Get him over that 2 bars of power threshold there. He throws it, and I'm going to combo and launch my special 3 to finish him off. And now next up, I have Misty Knight on node 21, also with Kingpin. So I use a couple potions, heal him up, and she is going to purify the very first stun of this fight when it is the lowest possible chance for her to purify anything. And as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, that's how this fight's gonna go, huh? Sweet. So we're gonna count how many times she evades in this fight. Oh, there's 2. Also, normally I would practice a special 1 because I really don't like it. It's not something that I evade normally. But because it's the last war of the season and I wasn't worried about this fight at first, I didn't practice it. So I'm going to get hit with it here while she's unblockable. So that was cool. There's a 3rd evade. I managed to get the dex down there. Get it there as well. It's really not a hard special to... Oh, there's 4. Maybe 5. No, I think it was just 4. It's not a hard... Oh, there's 5. It's not a hard special to dex. It's just the timing on it is weird, and I'm not used to it because I don't do it all the time. So I end up getting hit with it a couple times, and she does go down, but man, she made that fight annoying as fuck. Alright, so moving into section 2, I'm going to be on path 1. My next 2 fights are going to be with Warlock, and there was no real necessary strategy for these fights. I just kind of put tech boosts on, use the power start 1, and it's pretty much just going to be cycle special 2s. I'm not really concerned with what special Havok wants to throw, and he has willpower on, so I'm going to be draining him pretty frequently. He goes down very, very fast. And then next up I have IHulk. Now, the only thing I have to worry about in this IHulk fight is when I push him into his immortality phase. I don't want to get hit, because that's how you die to IHulk, basically. I don't think I've ever seen anyone die to him in any other way. It's just that immortality phase gets people sometimes. So that's the point of the fight, where you really have to pay attention, and you have to make sure that you're not dexing early if he comes running in, because then he'll end up catching you on a dash back. And I was trying to get my armor back in this fight while playing it, and I am going to end up getting it, I think, right here. Yeah, so Buffet eats my dex buff, and then I get my armor back. So I don't think I necessarily need it, but it's just, I've always gone for that when you use Warlock on Buffet. So it was just something that I did in the fight. And again, just cycle special 2s. Now I've pushed him into his immortality, so now I just want to be very cautious about when I decide to do my dashbacks, and just not do them early. And then just once you get through the immortality, he goes down. And then moving into section 3, I'm going to be taking this Quicksilver on node 50 with Kingpin. The strategy for this one is just pay attention to when he has his evade, and don't get hit, and just use special ones, and let the degen tick him down. And whatever special he wants to throw is fine, because whatever debuffs he puts on me, I'm just going to purify anyway. So luckily he was very happy with his special 1s in this fight, and I was happy about that, because I'd rather not push him to a special 2 and have to worry about baiting it out of him. He was throwing them pretty much as soon as he got him. There is going to be one point in this fight, though, where he hits me with a special 1, and I was pretty sure I was blocking, unless he can break your block with special 1s at some point based on his momentum or his Quicksilver charges, whatever it is that those things are. That's at like 700 right now. But I really don't know too much about Quicksilver, other than he's a Corvus charge. A double Corvus charge, actually. I think, right? The evade and the... Is he an Avenger? Yeah, I think he's an Avenger. Yeah, so it was right here. I was pretty positive that I was blocking there, but somehow he managed to hit me with that special 1, so... I don't really know. But he goes down relatively quickly. It doesn't end up being a scary fight at all. To be honest, the fights that I was the most concerned with was the Fury, the Misty, and this fight right here. So I put Resonate on at the start of this war, and it was mainly for this fight right here, because I'm not going to be able to get power during this fight because it's polka dot power, and I really didn't want to do the whole heavy attack bait and punish with a heavy to make him bleed, because that pushes him into what is it, overpower or something, or it pushes him into something, overload, and then all of his specials are unblockable regardless of prowess, and he's not going to get prowess in this fight because I'm fighting him with a tech. So rather than make his specials unblockable and risk having him throw one at any point in time, I decided I was just going to slow play it. I put an invuln on, and I'm going to use that Resonate, the weakness debuff, to power drain him, provided he has willpower, which he does. And if he didn't, I was just going to push him to a special 3 and tank it, basically. And at one point here, right here, he throws a special 1 into my block, man. Just like that fucking Fury. So now he has steady release active. I go in to hit his block just to see if I could hit his block and dash out without getting an incinerate, and I got one, so I know that I just had to wait it out at that point. I wait out the steady release, and now it's just back to my plan of 4-hit combo, turtle up, make sure that I do not accidentally parry on a dashback, because then the stun will get reflected to me, and this game loves taking your inputs of dexing backwards as parries on these nodes, I swear. And he's going to go down here. It ended up being a long fight, but it was very, very safe, I think. And that's it for my war. That's it for my season. So currently we're in the middle of it. I don't know how it's going to finish, but it doesn't really matter how it finishes because it doesn't change anything. So congrats to New Nation on placing second, and good luck to everybody else that's playing their wars right now. Yeah, that's it. Season's over. Thank you very much for watching.